Come, let us prepare, make some good profits today. Market left us big clues right here. Let's talk about that in today's video. Now at 10:59 here, I talked about this pink liquidity, and you see it here. That's forming. Now, once you identify this pink liquidity, it becomes really clear, especially when we were generally under that orange algorithm, and you see the nested structure starting to form. Just take a look how beautiful that pink algorithm is. Penny perfect, and you see the structure that starts to form here. There is one more confirmation once we broke out of that orange algorithm, and this was in that green buying that started going up in that blue. Absolutely beautiful trade here, as long as we're waiting out for some sort of confirmation. It's absolutely all right if you missed this early in the morning, because there was another structure later, as long as you remain focused on the trading floor. Plenty of profits to be found. Now, this trade for me was a 500% trade. Absolutely beautiful, all because you had to be waiting for structure and the market revealed itself to you. Now, no big deal if you missed it, isn't it? 12:13 right here. Now, this was when we already saw that beautiful orange algorithm, and at this point here I talked about how a pullback will be ideal, necessary, and you see that starting to form. So this could be a beautiful pullback zombie trade if you were waiting out for that, but otherwise just see for yourself how beautiful that orange was grabbing the liquidity right there. Absolutely beautiful trade. Now, even if you missed that, that's absolutely fine. 146. I talked about this selling continuation. You see it selling in that teal right there. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Wait for that structure to reform, and you see how the orange started building more liquidity here. And you see the absolutely beautiful structure all the way down to end of day. Now, even though I missed generally a large part of this move and this move here, but I caught just one single candle on the breakout of that orange, and that was 100% trade just by this several candles right here, as long as we're waiting for structure. So I want you to see it in a few different perspectives. Now, the first one is that you don't have to catch the full move for good profits. And the second one is that you can afford to be patient. And remember, we don't need the big moves to find good profits, as long as you know what you're doing with the structure and identify the algorithms right there. Absolutely beautiful trade right there. Now, it's about learning this skill, this lifetime skill, so you can do this for the rest of your life by learning to find 5-figure profit trades. And I've shown you it's very possible to do it, but it's a long-term skill you need to learn. So don't rush this. And most importantly, please do not join if you're looking for signals. Signals will ruin you. You need to learn this skill for a lifetime. So you can do this every single day for the rest of your life. And we're talking about $10,000 a day. Not a month, mind you. Every single day. This skill is worth every ounce of your energy and determination to learn and master. It's not going to be easy, why should it? But it is possible. Stay focused, run this race strong. It will be life-changing, not just financially, but you will see how trading will make you a better person. Stay focused, we got this. Now, where do we go from here? It's important you pay close attention to where we at. Now, I will create another video to fill in the gaps on the 2 weeks that I was away, but I've still been in the Discord server, even though I was not doing any videos for the past 2 weeks. So Discord members, please do remember to study the end of day summary right here. You can go to the SPY Trade Analysis channel, just hover your cursor over, and you can see the end of day summary right here. So even though I was not creating videos because I was unwell, and thank you for your well wishes, I was still mostly in the Discord server providing guidance, doing my best. So thank you for your patience. I'm back now. Now let's take a look, right? You see how we are still in that yellow algorithm right there. There are a few very key important levels I want you to pay close attention to here. Now, firstly, everyone's talking about how this may head down, and quite straightforward. If you want this to head down, this will have to depend on that liquidity that you see right there. Now, before this heads down, you need to see the market grab this liquidity. That's important. Your 20-day moving average will already turn into some sort of resistance. Now pay close attention to this orange selling continuation structure too, if this wants to head down. The larger liquidity will be when we start grabbing it here near to that yellow 626 before we start heading down. Now by then, your 20-day moving average will already turn into some sort of resistance, and you will see stronger selling, as I mentioned, in that orange. So pay close attention to this two liquidity zones. If this wants to head down, you will not miss out. And this particular one will comprise of the cup close, so you can wait for more structure, especially as we approach that 626 yellow right there. Now otherwise, you have to pay close attention if this wants to continue heading up on that buying trajectory. You see that yellow is in control in this range, and so you have to be worrying about your risk to rewards based on this yellow rhythm if this wants to continue heading up. Generally speaking, we want to wait for that larger cup to close near to that 640, and so you want to expect some pullback here to build more liquidity. If we do have a pullback, this may be an ideal position at that 5-day moving average. 5-day will still continue to trend up, so just pay very close attention to that. More importantly, I want you to pay close attention to the green and the magenta building liquidity here. Now, if you see green, magenta in control, selling is controlled, and we start to have some sort of bounce off that 5-day and especially 20-day moving average, this will be a beautiful trade you can continue to take. But just remember your risk to rewards on that yellow algorithm right there. It will be ideal to base it right there because you see the buying is slightly tapered, and I want you to be careful when yellow is starting to buy and you don't see stronger buying continuation structure in that orange breaking us out, or even the green. And that's because you see that the previous times that yellow has bought, I just want you to see for yourself, yellow can buy up in a very long way. It's still a generally strong buying continuation structure, but it will have to taper. It will have to have some sort of pullback. You see it for yourself. So just be more mindful. Yellow, although tapering, is still a very strong buying algorithm. As I always mention, it's still a buying algorithm, so you have to be extremely careful about that. So pay close attention to your major liquidity levels. There is major liquidity here. You see people are starting to sell at that 640, so I want you to be more careful. Wait for cups to close, as I mentioned here. You won't miss out, because if the cups do want to close here, you will see that this range will get defended and we will have greater structure right there if this pullback is bounced off that 5-day moving average. So quite straightforward. Tomorrow CPI, just pay closer attention to that, and over the week I will just catch up to what I've missed out on making videos. Remember, don't forget that I have been here at the Discord server, so pay close attention to that, members, or your end of day analysis. It's very important you understand where we're at as well. Thank you. It's good to be back, feeling much better. So thank you very much, everybody. And yes, see you tomorrow then, and see you closer to opening bell. Thank you very much.